the Míle Fáilte, 100,000 welcomes.
I would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to wish all of you a very warm hello.
Guten Abend, Juvaita, bonsoir, good evening, good kveld.
And we finally made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, welcome to a very special evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
The energy in this room is unbelievable. I'm shaking, I'm not even competing.
And this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Maybe one of the songs you'll hear this evening will be the song you'll spend your summer with, or the song you fall in love to, or even the song with which you'll give someone a special message.
Harry and I have watched all the performers rehearsing over the past week, and I can tell you it's not going to be easy to pick a winner.
You're absolutely right.
And they are great, and somehow they're all winners.
All that remains for me to do now is to wish all the performers the very best of luck. Bonne chance, bon appétit, bon voyage.
Welcome here to Eurovision 365, broadcasting live on a YouTube channel, Eurovision 365, wherever you're watching this from. It's great to have you here. So, of course, this is a live event here on the channel because, of course, Poland are having their national final this evening. 10 songs will be taking part, and they will be wondering which will be the song and the performer that will succeed Christian Ochman, who had such, in my opinion, a fantastic song. So yes, as I say, I'm broadcasting live across the YouTube channel, Eurovision 365. So if you're joining me, come in and make yourself at home, relax, enjoy, get a treat, etc., etc. And I hope you can join me here and keep me company, of course. So, as I said, Poland is going to be going live tonight, and we're going to be going across very shortly to watch the performances. And I know we're a little bit later than we had expected, but we're here now, and if you're here, thank you so much for being here as well, as I say. So the location of tonight's final is in Studio Trans Colour. And there are 3 hosts, of course, and the voting tonight will be made up of 50% jury and 50% televote. And it will be 50-50, obviously, between both those who decides the eventual successor to Christian Ochman. Currently in the fan community, the fan polls has Jan and Gladiator way out in the lead, miles ahead actually of Alicia, who is second with New Home. But it's, of course, this Eurovision season, I would say, has been quite the adventurous one and has brought us some shocks along the way. So I'm not really paying too much attention, I've got to tell you, with these fan polls. So hopefully very shortly we'll be able to get across now and get across here to Poland so I can see and hear what's going on. We're just waiting for that to happen. But yeah, so if you're joining me here live on YouTube, Eurovision channel, Eurovision 365, it's great to have you here. And yeah, it's a great night, as I say. Poland is one of my favourite nations at the song contest. Of course, took part for the first time in 1994 and have had their best ever result. And that was their best ever result on that first time, that first appearance. So, if you're joining me, let me know where you're from, where you're watching this from. There's some of you in here already, and as I say, thanks so much for joining me. But do keep me company, and by doing that, if you're able to let me know where you're from, who your favourite is tonight, and of course, who you want to win. So, Let's see.
Paid Míle Fáilte, 100,000 welcomes.
I would like to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to wish all of you a very warm hello.
Just waiting, as I said, for the Polish national final to come up here on screen, and hopefully that will be very soon. So hopefully we will be happening soon. So Adam Green, hello again to you. Thank you so much for joining me here, keeping me company as always. Adam says, hello again. I have high hopes for Poland, me too, this year to do very well with the song Gladiator. Now you are also sharing with so many other people, Adam, and let me see, yeah, you're with so many other people there, and you are hoping that Gladiator wins. I in fact love it as well. It was my top ranking song, I think, when I first reacted to it. But yeah. So if you're wondering where to find the Polish national final, it is you can find that via EurovisionWorld.com, and that will be on the YouTube. They have a YouTube link there. So yeah, we're just waiting for that to come through here as well to Ireland. But yeah. So where you're from, what is your hopes for tonight? As I said, there are 10 songs taking part, starting with Natasha, Lift You Up, and finishing off with Jan on the song Champion, which of course was Anna Celine's song last year, and Estonia champion as well. And throughout tonight, throughout this evening, I will be broadcasting the whole way through the Polish national final, but throughout this evening you will see and probably laugh at some of my pronunciations of these names. But you know what? It's good to try, isn't it? So yeah, wherever you're watching this from, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. And yeah, as I said, I'm just waiting for this. It's a bit harder to find than we anticipated. But yeah, it's coming up very, very soon. My hopes for tonight is I actually would like Jan to win as well. I think Champion would be a very good song to send for Poland, and a million miles away from what they sent last year. I think, speaking of Christian Ockman and River, I personally feel that the song which is most like that is probably Alicia's New Home, in terms of the piano kind of stripped back kind of sound. So time will tell, of course. Time will definitely tell. Okay. So, was anybody watching Swedish Melody Festival last night? I watched it on playback. I was away last night, so I managed to get the final voting from Finland. However, I did notice the stage invasion for Lorraine. That was absolutely awful thing to happen, but in the end, it didn't hamper her chances at all, because she, of course, qualified to direct to the Melody Festival, which is in 2 weeks from now, a little under 2 weeks from now. So as I say, if you're joining me, you're very, very welcome. And yeah, we are just the next time, because we have Natasha Song 1 coming up. It's time for reaction. Let's do this in the nick of time. So this is Natasha, as I say. Vocally, I would say she's maybe struggling somewhat. Yeah. That was actually good timing, wasn't it? We got to Poland just in the nick of time. That high note, I would say, she's maybe struggling with somewhat. The staging is very nice all the same. Oh, the crowd are loving this. Choreography is good, but I think because there is so much choreography, it's maybe affecting the vocals, I would say. You see we're having some problems here from Poland. I'm sure you're having the same. Oh. As I said, the crowd seem to be enjoying it. And there is the heart. It's huge, isn't it? Her heart's massive. Ooh. I enjoyed this when I reacted to it, I've got to say. Looks a little bit nervous, I've got to say. Yeah. Looks a little bit nervous. That was Natasha, of course. So that was Natasha, as I said. And yeah, she opened the contest, the Polish national final. Instead, I have to say, lots of choreography, lots of movement. Staging was really very good, I thought. Vocally, I don't think it was the best, but I did like it when it came to the reaction. But yeah, as you'll notice as well, because so many of us, and you know as a Eurovision fan, that so many of us, when we're trying to access the Polish or any national final, we're all in trying to get the streams from it, and that can cause some effects, you know, in terms of delays, etc. So do bear with me. I'm sure you're all having the same issues as well. So currently what's happening is we're having a little chat between songs. We're about to go on to song number 2 of 10, of course. And this is going to be Cuba coming up, and the song is called You Do Me. So Cuba is You Do Me. And I have to say, when it comes to the Polish national final, some of these I have heard and some of them I haven't. So some of these would be my second time hearing, some would be my first. Just in case you're wondering what's happening in Poland as we speak, they currently have Cuba in the background dancing around some mirror balls. And yeah, that's the only thing you can do with mirror balls, really. You have to dance around them, don't you? But anyway, here it is, song number 2. It's Cuba. Yes. Cuba, You Do Me. I love the little cartoon, little anime of him in the background. I know a bit of an energetic song coming up as well, obviously. Reminds me a little bit of Riley from Denmark. A little bit. Again, staging's very nice for this song as well. Go Cuba. Very intense kind of performance. The other thing as well, it's an energetic song, but I feel there's not a lot of energy with it now at this point. I think we're running out of energy somewhat. Could be wrong. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Never heard that before. That's quite a good crowd in there as well. This is from the Trans Color Studio in Warsaw. Yeah, and some pyros there at the end. Feels like a little bit late with those, but yeah, there they are. Okay, there is the other two presenters. There's three presenters in total. There's Alexander, who was just before Kuba there, and one of those is Ida, and the other is Malgorzata. So giving the panel here. Okay, I'm giving the panel here their moment to shine and to speak. That's what they're there for. They're earning their money. So yeah, so that we've heard two songs so far. Two songs which I would say, if they got selected, probably wouldn't do amazing at Eurovision, but it's hard to tell at this moment in time. But things, of course, can change between a national final and the final. So what are your thoughts on the songs taking part? Cyprian, thank you so much for commenting. It's great to have you here. By the way, wherever you're from, please do come along and join in with the fun. Let me know your comments, where you're from, etc., etc. Jan for Poland. I think most people are saying the same, including myself, I have to say. Adam, I've just noticed something you said as well. I'm surprised you didn't upload a live stream video last night. Yes, well, I would have, except I wasn't here last night. So the broadcast tonight was due to start at 4:20 our time. However, it didn't, because we're running a wee bit late. Anyway, here is song 3, or 3. Here she is. It's Alina Booty. Oh, I remember reacting to this. Oh no, this Sarah James, somebody. Yay! very pretty song, isn't it? Again, like a lot of the songs throughout Eurovision, of course, and national finals, we have lots of choreography. It sometimes can detract from the vocals. Yay! What a lovely singer she is, right? Very nice. Very pretty indeed. Somebody's waiting for you. Crowd are absolutely loving that, of course. I love her. I love Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane, of course, took part at last year's national final as well, of course. Great performer, fantastic performer indeed. So, I am broadcasting live here on Eurovision 365 throughout the broadcast of the Polish national final. And wherever you are, please do come in and join me and keep me company and let me know your thoughts on everything that's happening as it happens. And yeah, keep me company wherever you're from. So yes, as I was telling you, Adam, I would love to have been able to react to the Finnish national final and the San Marino national final last night, but I was away. But that being said, we will be broadcasting live now the whole way through the national finals. So if you have a national final, it's going to be happening here on Eurovision 365. Okay, so Alina is coming next. And the song is called Booty, of course. Alina has a real cool vibe going on. I'll let you see what's happening right now over in Poland. Oh, the crowd. Can you hear the crowd? They're loving her. They're loving her. Well, here it is. The third song of the Polish national final, Alina, Booty. It's coming right up. Oh. I don't know if the performers are having some issues with their earpieces. It seems a little bit off key for me. Yeah. Of course, called Booty. She's shaking her booty. It looks a little bit nervous, I would say. Like a dark kind of vibe to this song. Laid back, dark. This feels a bit mushy for me, I've got to say. I've got to be honest, sorry. It's like we're moving from one side of the stage to the other. I know it's very difficult with all the choreography, etc., and trying to remember everything, but I just feel a bit lackluster. Maybe that's the whole vibe of this performer. Like, I don't care, etc. The dancers are happy. Ooh. The crowd are loving her, as I said. It's all about the booty. Now, it's so interesting, isn't it? It's so interesting for me, the reaction that Alina's getting. Look at this, they're loving it, they're standing, they're loving Alina, but I have to say, I wasn't personally loving that performance that much. I thought vocally it wasn't brilliant. I have to say, I'm really sorry to say that, but I have to be honest, of course. Yeah, I'm so sad. I felt really bad for saying that, but I'm kind of glad in a way that you're agreeing with me, Martina. Martina, it's so good to have you here. Come on in, and you're very welcome here to Eurovision 365. This performance is so bad. Vocally, as I said, I didn't think it was brilliant. Maybe that's their style, and by that I mean maybe like that kind of laid back, easy going, chilled kind of thing. But it was very off for me. And if I was to rate that out of 10, no, I won't, because it would be offensive. Anyway, so that's what I think so far about the songs. We've got 3 down, 7 more to go. Just in case you're wondering where that song is among the fans, that booty that we just heard, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th in the betting. And Fee Livers will be probably a little bit excited because they are 6th in the fan voting even. And I say that because a lot of songs who were 6th in those fan polls went on to win their national final, i.e. Let 3. And there's another one as well. So Dominic Dudek is coming up next, and I reacted to the song, so I have heard it once before, and from memory it's a pretty decent song, and yeah, they're not messing about here in Poland. Here is the song 4, here it is coming up, it's Dominic Dudek. Oh yes. It's like great start. This is a great song. This reminds me of Mumford and Sons. I remember saying that. Great staging, great camera presence. Brilliant. Yeah, here we go, getting the chorus now. It's a real cool look to this group as well. Brilliant. Personally, I think this song would do really well in Liverpool, but what do you think? Do you think it would? It's kind of British sound to it for me. It says Mumford and Sons. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear and read all your comments. It's got a very happy vibe to this song, I have to say. Reminded me of a group from Estonia actually who had the song Eloise. Elisa was called. I have to say the connection, there's a bit of an issue with connection from Poland because so many of us are watching, of course. But hang on in there. Yeah, I think Dominic is a very good performer. Oh, I like this. This is a bit like Joker Out here at the end. It is. Are they going to bow like Joker Out? No, I like the endings to that song. That was good. I think that was needed because they're all kind of standing behind the instruments up to that point. That was a good performance. For me, the best so far. Absolutely the best so far. So, that was Dominic Dudek there. That was song 4 of 10. And of course, that was a band. And I suppose the thing I would wonder is if they were selected. I know Dominic is the only person named there, but could that be seen as a group? And if it is seen as a group and they go to Liverpool with so many other groups already selected, like Wild Youth and Joker Out, and there's so many others, could they all begin to cancel each other out? We've seen that before at Eurovision, haven't we, where we've had too much of the same kind of performer or bands, and they've all just went and cancelled each other out. And yeah. Neon, good evening to you as well. Good kväll. Hur mår du idag? So, coming up next is Alicia, New Home. And Alicia is second favourite in the betting odds. I have to say, I think it's a good national final that we're having here in Poland. I don't think the acoustics are brilliant. I don't think it's really showcasing people's voices, the performers' voices, as much as well it could. But yeah, Yamoratak. So anyway, we're about to go and listen to Alicia. So here it is. Come on, Alicia. It's from the early 90s when they first appeared. Oh yes, hello. That's very, very good as well. We've had two good songs in a row, I feel, there with Dominic, first of all, and there, Alicia. That's a really, really, really good song indeed. The crowd are clearly loving that too. And yeah. So, yes, thank you for saying that, because I was just trying to think if there's any other songs in that style. Of course, Estonia also has a power ballad, of course. Alika. How could I forget Alika? Alika's a lovely song, but I think it might be a bit forgotten as well, Bridges. But Alicia is a very good singer. That was a very honest song. Yeah, so again, Helis, welcome to Eurovision 365 YouTube live broadcast here, where we're broadcasting the entire Polish national final. I just want to take a little second to show you Edyta, of course, Edyta Górniak, who is an absolute legend in Poland, not just Poland, in Eurovision, of course. Edyta, of course, as I was saying at the start of the stream, if you were joining me then, as I said at the start of the broadcast, Edyta, of course, was the very first person to represent Poland in 1994 with Tonia, and of course gave the nation a second place finish. And yeah, it was a fantastic song. Of course, there was a little bit of controversy around her that year, because on the final dress rehearsal, where the jury was watching I think it was either the Saturday afternoon or the evening before, where they would be voting, Edita sang Tonya completely in English, which at that time was against the rules, and there was talk that she would be disqualified. And they said that should she go on stage at the final and sing any part in English, she would, and Poland would be disqualified. That would be, I don't know how they would have managed to do that in a live broadcast. If I was Edita, I probably would have taken the risk just to see. But yeah, brilliant performer, and yeah, Estonia's song is very good. Yeah, like I said, it's a very good song, but for me, it may be a little bit forgettable. I think Alika is a great performer, absolutely, but potentially could get lost. Potentially, I'm happy to be proven wrong. So we are halfway through these 10 songs, and coming up next is Feel Livers, Never Back Down, and the crowd are ready, loving, loving that they're coming on. Actually, no, it's Mata Hari. Goodness me, the Polish national final is great. They have, of course, Mata Hari from 2021 for Azerbaijan. That was it. 2021 was a great year at the Eurovision, wasn't it? I think musically it was a very good year. I wonder whatever happened between her and Tix from Norway. In my mind, I have them being really great friends and really happy. But hopefully that is true. Great performance. Do we have a song that's as good as Mata Hari this year so far? What would you say? I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to tell you which one, because later on I will be sharing my top 20 of the songs selected so far at Eurovision. And I have to tell you something already. There's a new top 3. It's all changed from last week. So that will be coming up later. So if you just joined us, you're very, very welcome here, broadcasting live across your Eurovision 365 YouTube page and broadcasting live at the Polish national final. I'm not there. I'm in Northern Ireland, but you know what I mean. So we're broadcasting here on the channel, and I'll be chatting through and reacting to the songs as they go. But I would love you to get involved as well. So please do get involved. Let me know your thoughts on all the songs taking part, who you want to win, etc. and etc. Please do get involved. It's great to have you here. Neon, you're assuming that Tix Effendi was a showmance. I haven't bothered checking though. Has anybody bothered checking? I'd love to know. Okay. So yeah, they're what I'm really liking about the Polish national final is they are sort of giving us like flavours of previous contests as well. And if you know me here on the channel, I like to dip my toe into the past Eurovision Song Contests as well as the current. So this is very pleasing to me, albeit it's only a couple of years ago, but it's great that they are doing that in TVP. Poland, of course, have never won. Oh, Helis, you have your theory there. The story of Effendi and Tix left Croatia out of the final in 2021. Oh dear. Speaking of Croatia, I have a video coming up very shortly about Let 3. Most people are still talking about Let 3 a couple of weeks after, and certainly seem to be getting a lot of it attention. So yeah, we're back to, just in case you're wondering what's happening, currently Alexander, who's one of the presenters, is in the green room. Green room is never green, is it? It's any other colour but green. Of course, they've got green carpety type thing going on, but the green room is rarely green. But yeah, that's where he's at. That's where he's located at this moment in time, and we will be about to hear and see the next song coming up very soon, and that will be Livers and Never Back Down. I know that a lot of us, including myself, are Jan fans. Jan fans, I can't know how it works. And he'll be up in song number 8. As I said, Livers will be excited because they are 6th in the EurovisionWorld.com fan poll, and what's been happening across the national final. Some of those that are placed in 6th or 5th have gone on to win their national final. Will that happen in the case of Livers? Well, we're about to find out very, very soon, because they are taking to the stage now. And here they are. It's Livers, Never Back Down. Keep your comments coming. Ooh, the red and white of the Polish flag. I like this. Another band. But like the band that went through for Sweden last night. Oh. I'm not sure if this is the desired effect or not. There's like too much smoke on stage. As I was saying there, I think this is very like smashed into pieces who progressed from Heat 4 to the final. A lot of rock kind of sounds going on this year, like heavy metal rock songs going on. Oh. I imagine that Livers are very popular in Poland though. What I do love is the red and white combination of smoke there. Looks well. A little bit off key, I would say, in parts. Oh, yes. It would be a brave choice for Poland, I think, to send Livers. But I wouldn't be surprised if it did, I gotta be honest. Oh dear. This is like he's grabbed the mic off the main singer. So I'm having a go. But you can see the audience clapping along to that. Don't you want me, boy? Never back down. Oh, they have that written on the back of the guitars. He's doing a Christian Ochman. Your song's over. Off you go. Never Back Down is what the song is called. I like the energy. Let's start with the good points for me. I like the energy. I like the staging. I think in Poland, I would imagine that Livers are incredibly popular. Vocally, for me, that wasn't brilliant. But I'm wondering, as I'm listening, the more I'm listening to these songs, I'm wondering if there is some technical issues for the performers in terms of their earpiece, etc. It might not be the case, but it's just a couple of them now have been a little bit off key. But that being said, I'm not singing on the Polish stage, and I haven't got to the Polish national final, and everyone who gets there deserves respect, of course I do. But from my opinion, vocally, there's some that haven't been great. So, Adam, thank you so much for sharing your top 3 favourite Polish songs, entries to date. 1997, 1998 and 2006. Yeah, actually I have to say Ali Jestem from 1997 is my all-time favourite Polish national Polish song, I should say. So yeah, so we're moving along briskly, of course, and we're moving on to Maya Hitsi. As I said at the beginning, you're going to laugh at my attempt of pronouncing these names, but here she is. The song is called Never Hide. Hope she doesn't. Here is song 7. Oh, hello. Oh, this is so different. I love that. I was thinking, is there something wrong with this screen? Like there's a certain originality to this song, I have to say. Upbeat. How we're just doing Liverpool. What do you think? Let me know. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, this is a good part as well. I think this is probably my favourite part of the song. Yeah. This is Maya. So yeah, come on. Yeah, not too bad at all. I think vocally again, some issues. Again, I'm wondering if there is some problems with the acoustics. Oh, she's doing Christian Ockman as well. Off the stage, you're finished. So that was Never Hide. Coming up next, of course, is the firm favourite, and actually my favourite as well, and I know most of you as well are favouring Jan and the song Gladiator, which is song 8. Song 8 of 10, a good draw for this national final as well, I've got to say. Is Jan your favourite? If so, why? If not, why? You know what to do. Let me know, of course, as always, here in the chat, and I look forward to reading your comments, of course. As I said, we're broadcasting live across the entire national final of Poland, and wherever you're watching us from, it's great to have you here. Come on in, it's Sunday evening, and what better way to spend it than with a Eurovision national final, right? So we're broadcasting live across the next few national finals. Of course, we've got Germany next weekend, and we also have Serbia and Portugal. Do we have Portugal national final next week? I think we do. Iceland's national final is next week as well, and we will of course be covering as much as possible, as is humanly possible to cover. I think the presenters are doing a good job, I have to say. That's Alexander, Ada and Margozada. The crowd are going wild because they know Alexander has whipped them into a tremendous frenzy because Jan is about to come up here. Yeah. I just hope this is good live. I just hope it's good live. This is a million miles away from River, what's about to come on stage. I think that's a good thing. Here it is. Here's Jan. Is this the winning song for Poland? Well, time will tell. They love it. Oh, yes. Please sing this good. Kind of reminds me a little of Korea a little bit at the start. Brilliant vocalist. Ooh, very physical performance coming right up. They're doing as much as they can with the stage and what they have, I think. Oh yes, this is brilliant. Oh, this is standing out of mine, isn't it, so far? Maybe I'm biased because it's my favourite, but come on, Jan. He's loving this performance. This would be a brave choice for Poland as well, and a bit risky, but I think it would pay off. This is a great physical performance. It's brilliant. Kind of aggressive as well in parts, but I think it works. It does work because of the type of song it is, and lyrically as well. Whoa! This is such a lively, engaged performance. Go on, Jan. This is what's called making the most of your 3 minutes, isn't it? Wow. That was one amazing original performance if ever I saw it. And the crowds clearly agree. They're clapping along. You can see them there. Look at that reaction. That's the best reaction. Definitely the best reaction so far. Love it. Love it. Love it. Jan, of course, is the favourite. Jan, of course, is the favourite to win this national final. And if it were up to the audience in this trans-colour studio, that would be the winner. And the presenters are just saying, calm down, there's an all two to go. So Renata, thank you so much for joining us here, as I said, on Eurovision 365. Yeah, Jan is coming. Jan has to win. That is a very original performance, a very original song, extremely physical. And the thing about, I think at the very start when I saw the performance just now, it reminded me a little bit of Karja, of course, who is going on to represent Finland at Eurovision. And by that I mean just the way they look into camera. I do think though it is original, as I said, vocally very diverse vocalist. The only thing I would say is I do wonder, a bit like for Finland for me as well, could it be a little bit too outlandish for the more traditional voter? Who knows? I mean, Jan has to win the ticket, of course, first, but of course he's clearly the favourite here among people watching the live broadcast. And in fact, he commands 50% of the from the fans in the Eurovision World.com poll. As I said, Jan 50%, Alicia is second with 13%, so there's a fair bit of a gap there. And Blanca and Solo is third with 11%, and then the rest are kind of 7s and 3%. So Jan is definitely the runaway favourite when it comes to the fans. But there's a jury here, so the final tonight is going to be a 50% split between the jury and the televote. I would imagine, it's hard to say, but I would imagine that Jan would win the televote. But can Jan command the jury? We'll know about less than an hour's time, because this is running for 2 hours, I believe. It started at 4:30 GMT, and I believe it'll be over at 6:30 GMT. And I know the polls will definitely be over in time, I would have thought. Neon Karja is my fave so far. Cha 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 is epic. I have to agree, it is definitely epic. So currently on stage they have Roxy, Rachel, sorry for my pronunciations, Anyone I Want to Be is the song. You try pronouncing my name. But yeah, so there again, as I said, I'm loving that the Polish national final is bringing a little bit, some snippets from the past into the current, and it's a fun kind of national final. Hello there. Okay, I'm thinking that's for Jan. I'm going to say it's for Jan. He's a bit biased towards that performer in this room, I think, but that's okay. I'm on that side too. So have we heard the winning song then so far, would you say? Is Jan just booked? Should Jan be on the phone and on the internet booking tickets for Liverpool? What do you think? Speaking of Liverpool, are you going to Liverpool? Are you going to be at the Eurovision Song Contest? Eurovision 365 is hoping to be at Liverpool. And if we are, it'd be great if you are in person there, and it'd be great to meet up with you for a bit of a chat in person and maybe a drink or 3 or 4. Oksana, definitely there's a Jan fan there. Renata, thank you so much for that clarification. I've only really watched the Junior Eurovision this year. It was fantastic quality, I've got to say. Poland should have done much better, I thought, in the Junior Eurovision this year. A brilliant song, actually. Okay, so you are saying that Cha 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 is so overrated. He does not sing those Cha Cha Chas. LOL. I think it's very hard to sing Cha Cha Cha, personally speaking, but I know what you mean. I think it's been done by someone else. But I think, personally speaking, I love the song. I think it's fantastic and original, but like Jan, but a very different kind of level. I think the difference between Jan and Karja for me is that potentially Cha 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 has a bit more for everyone going on. And yeah, I do worry that they could cancel each other out. I hope I get tickets as well. But thank you very much, Neon. I don't know if we're hoping some respected and well-sourced websites are saying that the tickets may go on sale very, very soon. And there will be a mad dash, a frenzy, trying to get and obtain and secure tickets. Now, Liverpool is just across the water here from the north of Ireland, Northern Ireland, so it's very, very close. The flight is barely an hour, so it would be fantastic to get tickets for that. But nevertheless, I know it's going to be a brilliant Eurovision in Liverpool. I just get that feeling. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a respectful kind of Eurovision, but also a lot of fun as well. I think that's important to have. We need lots of fun, don't we? So coming up now next is Blanca. The song is called Solo. I think that will be coming on very, very soon. Just to let you see what's happening here. Sorry. Neon, I love having you here, Neon. I love having you all here, but Neon, you just bring a certain kind of humour to the channel, which I love. It's curious where Finland is driving a Ferrari and everyone else are driving Fiat. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Fiat, I have to say, but I know what you mean. A lot of people are favouring Loreen. Loreen hasn't been chosen yet, of course, in Sweden, but a lot of people are favouring her to win. As I said, Blanca is coming up now. They have a very, very short postcard for the performers, which is good for us people watching, of course. In case you're wondering where Blanca is at in the fan poll, Blanca is currently running third. But here it is. Here is Blanca. The song is called Solo. Not slow-mo, solo. Hear it said? Not slow-mo, solo. But I remember liking it. Come on, Blanca. Kind of summer vibe. Reggae inspired, R&B inspired. I remember watching, I actually reacted to this, so I do remember reacting to this. The video was a lot of fun. Yes. Very engaging performer as well, I have to say. Oops, really bad reception from Poland again, unfortunately. I have to say, I think Blanca is selling this song really well. Oh. Where have we seen this before? There's been a bit of Brooke as well. Our Brooke from Ireland. A little bit. So all these dance moves going on throughout the national finals, but not that, to be honest, but yeah. Pyros coming down. Where's she at? No, there she's there. Yeah. I enjoyed the video, I enjoyed the reaction video, I enjoyed reacting to it, I should say. vocally okay, but very, very, very engaging type of performer. Is anyone saying anything about it? Yeah, yeah. I was saying a bit like Brooke there with that kind of dance moves. Dua Lipa and Brooke are mix off. Yeah, and Jan, I have a funny feeling, B, that you might like Jan and hope Jan is going to win the Polish national final. Well, it won't be long till we find out. I think Jan is the firm favourite with most people. By the way, if you're enjoying this content, I hope you are, by the way. I hope you're enjoying the videos on the channel. If you're able to subscribe to the channel as well, that would mean a lot. If you haven't already, of course, be fantastic if you can. And yeah, it's great as always to have your company here. I'm loving being able to chat about Eurovision pretty much all the time because I just love Eurovision. Can you imagine if I didn't love Eurovision and I was doing this? That'd be really bad use of my time. Anyway, we are about to hear the last song. Can you believe it? The song 10 of 10 coming right up. And Jan is coming up. Jan, oh, I'm going to attempt this. Manajuski with the song Champion. Not to be confused with Anna Celine's Champion last year. And Jan, unfortunately, in the fan poll at least, is currently joint last with 3% of the popular vote. But it's Polish people who will decide. And here is song 10 of 10 coming right up. This Champion. Here it is. Keep your comments coming. Okay, so as you can see there, the link from Poland isn't strong, unfortunately. It's keeping cutting out on us, which is happening in a lot of these national finals. Let's see if we can return to Jan. Come on, Jan. Very 80s feel to this. Bit Depeche Mode in parts. Well, Thompson Twins, have you ever heard of them? Oh, right, okay. Of course, Champion, lots of sports stars behind Jan. I don't think this is as bad as what some fans are saying, actually. It's the first time I've heard it. Okay, granted, it's maybe not the most original lyrically, musically. I quite like it though. Yeah, it's like a energetic, almost anthemic song. Which makes sense, it was called Champion. But these three, I think, have just been thrown together, as in they've just been thrown together at the very end, because they're not connected at all. They don't seem together. Yes. Will Jan be the champion? That's the big question. Will Jan be the champion of the Polish national final? We will find out very, very soon. So yeah, we've heard all 10 songs now, and I'd like to know what you think is, who you think is the winner or should be the winner of this national final. So of course the connection has kind of been very, very tricky, that connection the whole way through. I know that happens when it comes to national finals, but we got the gist of it, didn't we? So let us see what is going on here. So if you would like to let me know now at this point, after having heard all 10 songs, who you want to win the Polish national final. I think most of you have already told me now, but now we've heard all 10 songs. Has your favourite changed? Has it changed, or is it still the same? Let me know here who you think should win the Polish national final and who you think has the best chance of doing well at Eurovision. So I'm going to say it's Jan is the best one. So what do you say? Who do you think will win? So of course, as I said, Poland have been entering the Eurovision since 1994. Their first time appearing at the contest was with Edyta Górniak, who of course is one of the jury members tonight, which is very fitting, I have to say. And yeah, second place was the best, well, it has been the best place for them. And more recently, they placed 8th in 2016 with Michael and Colour of Your Life. And last year, River placed 12th, which I think was a little bit unfair, I have to say. I think River should have done much better, but I was very biased because as soon as I heard River last year, it was my favourite to win up until the semi-finals at least. So what's happening right now in Poland is they're just going through the songs one more time for the voting. So yeah, that's what's happening in Poland right now. They're going through the songs one more time for the voters in Poland. But we can't vote unless you're in Poland, of course, and you're watching this. But if I was able to vote, I would certainly be casting that for Jan. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that Champion song. Maybe it's because I'm tired, I don't know, but it's a good song. It's a decent song. Indeed it is. So, this is what's happening right now again in Poland. Just so you have a quick look. I'm laughing. I am. You probably hear me chuckling here, and I'm chuckling because there's a clear favourite, isn't it? What are we going to do? What are we going to do if Jan doesn't win the Polish national final? I'm saying that as a joke, but you know what? The national finals so far have proven to be a bit shocking, with the exception, I suppose, of Karja, who won by a landslide in Finland last night. But there has been a lot of shocks out there, but pretty much everyone's saying Jan here on the channel. I don't think I've seen anyone say anyone else. Alicia, of course, is a second favourite. She gave a fantastic performance as well, I think. A great song, very well performed. Time will tell. I have a feeling that the jury may go for Alicia. I get that feeling. But the public, I would say, will go for Jan if this community is anything to go by. So again, they're running through the songs just so you can hear that, hopefully. Personally, I think this was one of the weaker songs. Dominic would be probably my second favourite of tonight. Then I love Mumford and Sons, so that makes sense. This would be my third favourite from tonight's performance. Yes! Whoops. What am I doing? Yay! That's a good one as well. It's always going to be hard for Blanca even, to come after Jan, perform after him. I think she did a good job though. And this is champion, of course, that's Jan. So there it is. That is the 10 contenders who will succeed or who be wanting to succeed Christian Ochman and River. I have a feeling that Christian is going to perform tonight as well. Yeah, that's a really good point. Neon is making there about most countries have bands in their finals this year. And of course, there have been a lot of bands selected already. And I do wonder if a band should be chosen for Poland. Where they're all going to start to cancel each other out now. Christian Ochman is performing in the background here. So I love this song, of course. Beautiful, beautiful song, isn't it? You know, followed Christian, not literally following him like a stalker, but we went to some of the pre-parties last year prior to Eurovision, and Christian in every performance he gave was perfect and never faltered at all. It was like pretty much the same performance everywhere. Such a vocally brilliant singer, I should say. Brilliant. Just as Christian is singing here, it feels wrong to chat over him, but what's your favourite song from Poland down through the years? My particular favourite is the 1997 performance by Ali Estem. Beautiful song. Very folky, very Polish folk kind of a song. Look at me swaying away like it's the first time I've heard it. Christian wearing his trademark black jacket, black trousers, white shirt, white trainers. I think that's his trademark look. As I said, vocally brilliant is Christian Ochman. Who'd want to be king? Would you want to be king or queen? Don't think I would. Oh, I love that song so much. I would have loved Poland to win last year. In fact, I'd love Poland to win Eurovision. You know, Finland I'd be happy to see winning this year with a brilliant song. Spain's a great song as well. Australia's a great song. But Poland, they've been in since 1994. I'd love to see them win, actually. Could 2023 be their year? So, there's about 30 minutes left of this broadcast. So we'll be talking about the voting right now. I think that means voting is closed. Voting is closed, I believe, in Poland. So, you still have a vote. So who do you think should win Polish National Final 2023? You've all so far been telling me Jan the whole way through. I've also said it. I'm just going back to the comments to see if anybody said anyone other than Jan. Renata was excited to see Alicia coming, but let me see. Everyone else. Jan. Yeah, it's Jan all the way, according to Eurovision 365. Oh, sorry. Here is the voting from the jury. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Here it comes. This is the jury voting now. So, Alina got 1 point, Maya 2 points, Kuba 3 points, Jan and champion is 4 points. Alicia got 5 points. That's interesting. You could hear the crowd a bit surprised by that. Natasha 6 points. That means the script could do well. Ooh, 7 points to Jan. You can hear the disapproval of the audience. Oh my goodness me. I did wonder about the jury, didn't I? Filmers have 8 points. Dominik Dudek, 10 points. And Blanka gets 12 points. Blanka is so surprised. I think I'm a little bit surprised as well. That's solo, of course. So that's the leaderboard at the moment. That was the jury. Okay, so that's what we have so far, and I believe we're going to be going for the televote, and we'll be back in Poland very soon to see what's happening. How exciting. Okay. Okay, so they're having a little break here. I'm guessing that we're going to be back in Poland very soon, but I'm going to take a very quick break here as well, a little comfort break, so bear with me. So please keep chatting. Please still be there when I come back. Leave me on my own. But I'll be back very, very shortly here at Eurovision 365, and thanks so much for being here at the moment.
songs.
I'm Connor O'Donnell and I'm singing on the song.
Ed Porter and I play guitar.
This is Connor from Wild Youth and you can check us out on Eurovision 365.
Hey everybody, we're Joker Out. We're the Slovenian representatives for Eurovision Song Contest 2023. We've just done an interview for Eurovision 365. Watch it.
Hey guys, we are Central Project and you can watch our interview on Eurovision 365.
So we're about to hear the result, the final result from Poland. And thanks for being here. So we're about to see it, as I said. Some people are saying, and I agree with them, totally disagree with the jury vote. I like Blanka, but I think Jan was the best one. Hilrat says number 2 or number 8. We're going to find out very, very, very soon who's going to win and represent Poland. That's here. Here it goes. Whoops.
Miejsce 8 zajął Kumasz Rajkowski.
Miejsce 7 Natasza. Miejsce 6 Alicja Szemplińska.
Miejsce 5 należy do Jana Majewskiego.
There's a lot going on here in Poland.
Teraz proszę Państwa finałowa trójka.
No właśnie, jak sami Państwo widzicie, w finałowej trójce znaleźli się.
So as you can see, they're all on stage, the artists. Actually, you can't see now though. These artists are all on stage as I speak. They're all lined up. Of course, there's 50% televote and 50% jury vote.
Wiemy, kto uplasował się na miejscu drugim. Ale jednocześnie, wiedząc, kto zajął drugie miejsce, będziemy wiedzieć, kto zwyciężył. Uwaga! Blanka czy Jan? Kto pojedzie reprezentować Polskę?
Oh my goodness me, it's heating up, it's heating up. Oh my goodness. They're all shouting his name. Who's it going to be? I need to be in the right space.
Proszę Państwa, Polskę reprezentować będzie 3, 2, 1.
Oh my goodness, a shock again. Blanka is as shocked as the rest of us, I think. Poland have selected Blanka to represent them at Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool. The song Solo. Someone screaming in the audience. I don't blame them.
Let's go to the green room because I think we have a winner.
It is official.
It's fairly obvious that we have a winner.
You'll have nobody to blame but yourselves for tonight's result, okay? It's your fault.
So yes, we have that result in Poland. A bit of a shocker, I think. Most people had Jan as the firm favourite, and actually in terms of the performance tonight, I think Jan was a great performer. And I can tell that Blanka is extremely, extremely shocked to be getting this ticket. Christian is there on stage as well. Wow. So Blanka will fly the Polish flag for Poland. And yeah, another upset, it seems. When I first heard the song, I've got to say, I did think it was a great one. It was a lot of fun. The video was a lot of fun. And you know what? There's not a lot of female performers selected so far. And I do think that now, when I'm just immediately, my thoughts on this, could Jan have been cancelled out by Karya? There is a potential a possibility. We'll never know, of course, but that could have happened. But yes, there is an upset, isn't there? So yeah, we do have a winner, as I say, in Poland. And look what's happening. So yeah, there's a lot of toing and froing on stage. They're rolling it across. The presenters are holding the tickets. They'll never get on the plane with that. They won't be allowed. The feeling I'm getting from Blanka, the overwhelming feeling I'm getting is, I can't believe it. But yes, we have a winner, as I say. And Blanka will, of course, represent Poland at Eurovision 2023. Come on, Christian, clap along. As I said before, it's a kind of a reggae R&B, Brooke, Dua Lipa, kind of combo. There's Jan, looking happy, but probably a little gutted. The camera's still on Jan, it's not so interesting. And there's more winners' confetti. That's a staple of national finals everywhere. It's a nice, summery, optimistic kind of song. And I think Blanka is engaging, reminiscent of Emma Muscat, but song-wise much better for me this time around. Yeah. They've chosen a few people in the audience who are delighted. Do you know what? That's not taken away from this performer. So it's a kind of a sound that Poland don't typically send, of course. Like I said, it has a nice, summery, optimistic feel. Dua Lipa, Brooke from Ireland, kind of vibe. I can imagine a lot of younger people voting for this as well, actually. It's certainly not outlandish. And yeah, there she is. That is. Get used to Blanka. She is going to represent Poland at Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool. I congratulate her, of course I do. And I wish Poland the very best of luck for Eurovision. So, you know what's time for now? It is time for my rating on this live performance. So my rating on the Polish song for Eurovision on this live performance is, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. And that, of course, was the winning performance. So I'm a little bit, maybe I could give it a little bit higher of a score, but that's on this live winning performance. So 7 out of 10 for Blanka and Poland. What do you think? You know what? I can't wait to hear your thoughts and read your thoughts, rather. So yeah, thank you so much for that. So what are people saying? People are saying a lot, actually. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you're saying. Let's have a look at what you're saying. Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked. I think Blanca's probably the most shocked person in the thing. So Cyprian says, I don't know what happened. Alicia was flawless in 6th place. Yeah. It's the only Finland that has actually picked the pre-final national fan favourite so far. I think that is the case. And that's the thing about fan polls. You know, the thing is, let's take Ireland as an example because, you know, that's where I'm from, the north of the country. Aji was, of course, the clear favourite when it came to the fans, but of course was like 4th on the night overall. And the thing about it is, these fan polls for artists, if I was a performer at Eurovision, I wouldn't look at any of the fan polls because they really don't mean a lot, really, judging by 2023 anyhow. And yeah, a lot of shocks out there, which makes me wonder, is that a trend that will continue up until the Eurovision Song Contest itself? Will there be a shock winner? Could it be Croatia? Could it be a different country? Could Sweden not send Loreen? Everything is possible when it comes to Eurovision, and of course that's what keeps us on our toes, which is a good thing. So Martina, thank you so much for commenting. You're really disappointed with the results, Jan, and a little black heart. Yeah, I think a lot of people are sharing your sadness there. Eurovision, hello and welcome to the channel. It's great to have you here, Eurovision. Robbed, Jan, Blanca wins, absolutely. Will Blanca win for Poland at Eurovision 2023? I'm not so sure. So Legion, I'm just seeing your comment now. Oh dear, they didn't want to send it. Yeah. Why do you think the jury voted Jan down? Because that was something I'd said. If you heard me just prior to the jury vote, I was saying to you all, I was wondering, would the jury take the winning trophy out of Jan's hands? I had a feeling that they would punish Jan. I don't know why I felt that. I don't know why they did, because vocally it was pretty decent. Physically a very good performance and very different to anything else that was on show tonight. Why do people think that Jan was voted down tonight by the jury? That's what I've just said, Neon. If this trend continues, Loreen isn't winning Melody Festival. Time will tell, of course. Yeah, so Blanca solo will represent will represent Poland at Eurovision 2023, and she succeeds Christian Achman. And actually, I don't know if we should be so surprised, because Blanca was 3rd in the fan poll. That was on 11%, to be fair. But yeah, it's so interesting. So interesting. So there she is in the background again. We're back at used to the song. I love the video. I love the reaction. When I reacted to it, I loved the video. It seemed like a lot of fun to make. I do think that on stage in Liverpool, Blanca will be able to deliver a fuller performance, a bit fuller. Adam, you said, I wasn't expecting this result tonight. This national final season is full of surprises, and expect that Liverpool will have unexpected moments too. It wouldn't be Eurovision, would it, if we didn't have some unexpected surprises? That's what gives it its charm. Right? Right? No? Definitely. So, of the songs picked so far, do we have a Eurovision winner? Maybe. I'm going to say that we do. But in order for you to find out who that is, you'll have to tune in later, where I am going to be sharing my top 20, it is now, of the songs selected so far for Eurovision 2023. So that will be coming next. Now, next week as well is another busy week for national finals. We have the German national final on Friday, of course. And then come Saturday, we have 3 different national finals in Serbia, Moldova and Iceland. and they are going to be, I am sure, good national finals. I'm really looking forward to watching Serbia and also Moldova. And then the week after that, we have the Melody Festival, of course, and the Portuguese national final. And there's going to be a whole host of songs being shared now, starting from Wednesday. We have the Netherlands song by Mia and Dion song that would be released as well. And then on Thursday, we have the Cypriot reveal of their song. So it's all happening. So DKF, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad to have you here. You're from Poland. I think Loreen will be the winner with the new record points. It'd be interesting to see even. You see, that's again, that's a really good point that you're making there, Neon, in terms of Julius Caesar. I'm not sure what you mean. When will what's all start? The Polish national final. The Polish national final has just ended. If you don't know who the winner is, well, I would suggest not scrolling back at all through this conversation. But the Polish final is over. It finished about 3 minutes ago, and they have a winner there. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen with that winning song come May. So, what's been the highlight of tonight? Blanket is not so bad. I agree, Blanket is not so bad at all. Jan definitely was better for sure. Julius Caesar, if you haven't watched the national final from Poland, I think you have just had a spoiler alert. Or a spoiler there. But yeah, so many surprises. I don't know what to say, because it has been, you know, throughout the course of this national final season thus far, lots of surprises. Loreen is clearly the runaway favourite amongst the fans. Anyway, that means nothing, as we have found out. But Loreen is clearly the favourite with Sweden to win the Melody Festival. And it seems that she is the favourite as well with the producers, because for sure Loreen has been given, for me, the best staging. And I did wonder today, I did have a thought today actually, if Loreen hadn't that impressive staging, would she be doing as well? If she didn't have that tower-like thing above her, that monstrous, very amazing and very brilliant piece of equipment above her, would we be saying that it was such a great song? My feeling is not. It does feel like a lot of money has been poured into that particular performance, which I do feel sorry for the other performance, because if SVT had have just wanted Loreen to win, they should have just internally selected her rather than going through the rigmarole of a national final, which for me is a bit unfair, to say the least, on the other performers taking part. Because you only had to look at a couple of performances last night compared to Lorraine's to see, well, this is the standout and this is who it feels like SVT want to win. They should just internally select a performer. And rather than having a 6-week process where people vote, by the way, people vote for and spend their money on, and they go to these big arenas and they pay tickets, and I think it's brilliant. It's one of the best national finals out there, I have to say, but I do think that it's unfair. It's unfair on everyone. It's actually unfair on Lorraine as well, because it's putting her in a position where, oh yeah, I'm really sorry. She almost could be apologetic for having the best staging, you know. So there's a little bit of pressure potentially on her. But that being said, I wish Lorraine the very best. Of course I do. That's just my thoughts on what's happening over there right now. I'm not loving it, I've got to say, just in terms of fairness. So in terms of Poland, because that's what we're talking about right now, we need to change the authorities in Poland. Then we will have an impact on the music on TVP. Yeah, there's a similar kind of conversation going on in other countries as well. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Blanca, this is joke simply Gladiator was epic performance. I absolutely agree. I think everybody would be in agreement with you there in terms of the epic performance that Jan gave. Vocally, it was sound. It was sound. It was sound, but I just think that clearly the jury sank it completely. But the funny thing about it was they sank it, but it was kind of almost like, well, we're going to give it 7 points, so it's not going to look so bad when we give it 7 points. Why not give it 10 points? Give it a fighting chance. But again, it's, as I always say, it's up to the people of Poland who they want. I would love to know the breakdown of the vote when it came to that televote. So, talking about Sweden again, yeah, that's the thing, of course, and I totally understand that, Neon, in terms of the institution that Melody Festival is, but I do think it's unfair. It happened on years before. It happened with Måns for me, which, by the way, is my favourite Swedish winning song, Heroes by a mile, but it was very evident that he was the one that SVT wanted to fly the flag in Austria, and it happens time and time again. And I think that's what I'm frustrated at more. Not frustrated at the artists, at the performers. That's what I'm frustrated at. So, Jan was very much loved by the LGBT community in Poland. The current authorities do not recognise it. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Very much so, and I hope that sometime that will change. Yeah. So yeah, we are agreed on Melfest. Okay, so I imagine that the conversation will happen for quite a while around not only the Polish national final but other national finals where there has been a real change, a striking difference between what fans want and what the juries and the public want. And again, like I say, I would say that could be what's going to happen in Liverpool as well. I get that feeling that we're all going to be sitting on 13th of May, come whatever time the Eurovision ends, wherever you live. I think we're all going to be at the end of that show, be going, what just happened? Well, of course, whoever wins, and congratulations to whoever wins in May. But I just think it could be a theme of what's going to come in Liverpool. But again, as I said, that is what keeps us on our toes. So as I say, we do have a winner in Poland. If you're just joining me, you're very welcome here. Where have you been? I've been chatting for 2 hours non-stop, and that's not hard for me to do, but it's great to have you here. We are talking now. We're actually talking post-winning song in Poland, and of course, Blanka has won the Polish national final with the song Solo, and she will represent her nation in the second. I think Poland's in the second semi-final. I believe they're in the second semi-final, and it will be hers. Hopefully, she will do well. I'll just double check. Albania is last in odds, and that could be. Okay, so DKF, you are already looking into the future, and you would like the Polish pre-selection to Eurovision to be divided into 4 semi-finals and 1 grand final, something like in Sweden. We have the potential, only the head is missing. Yeah. Again, that's something I was thinking as well. There's 2 Blankas, of course there is. There's 2 Blankas in Eurovision 2023. This is not the first time that we've had a performer of the same name representing 2 different countries take part, but I think that's really interesting and cool fact for this particular year. So welcome, you are very welcome to the channel. Jan is your winner. Disappointed, there's a lot of disappointed people, I have to say. are you one of those people? I think most people, just prior to the vote being confirmed, the televote being confirmed, were saying Jan in here. I said Jan. When I first heard the song, I thought it was a great one. Maybe, I suppose, when we reflect, and we'll take time, I suppose, as always, when it comes to these contests and these national finals, when we reflect and have a bit of retrospection, we will say to ourselves, potentially, Jan may have suffered at the Eurovision as well, because if a national final jury is marking the song down, there's a potential that the jury at the Eurovision could have marked it down too, which does make me worry somewhat, I have to say, for Karja in Finland, because it's quite an outlandish performance, and indeed Jan's performance was quite outlandish. Fantastic, by the way, fantastic, very original, very physical type of performance, which the singing was very, very good as well. But I did worry for Jan in that respect, and I do as well worry for Karja for similar reasons, as I've just said. So how many countries have we got now? That's 20 countries have confirmed or announced, or sorry, selected their song. So we have 17 more to go. Have we heard the winning song yet? Who is the big challengers, would you say? As I said before, you will find out my new top 20 when it comes to this year's contestants that we know so far, and that will be coming on the channel later on this evening. So you hope that Blanca will advance to the finals. May 12th is your birthday, and I will not accept any other gifts. Well, congratulations for your birthday in the future, and May the 12th. And that would be a good gift, wouldn't it, to have your nation qualify for the Eurovision. By the way, speaking of birthdays, it's my birthday on Tuesday. If you want to give me a gift, you could do that by subscribing to the channel. When I can't say it any more times but now. So it's a birthday. I'm able to say it because it's my birthday. My birthday is on Tuesday, so if you want to give me a gift by subscribing to the channel, I'll be okay with that. So getting back to you again, DKF, I put your comment down too quick. So you are saying it'll be a great birthday gift for you to have Blanca advance to the finals. Let us have a little look now. I'm just going to, just bear with me a little second, because I just want to see who is where in the semi-finals. Now I know that Poland is in the second half of the second semi-final. So let's go through semi-final 2 first and then semi-final 1. So we know quite a few songs, don't we, who will be taking part in that semi. We know Belgium, of course, Denmark, Estonia, Romania, Albania, Australia, Lithuania, Poland, we actually know most of the songs from semi-final 2 now. I would say, based on what we know so far, this is just what I think, and I want you to let me know what you think as well. So based on what we know so far, I would say that Denmark will qualify, Estonia will qualify, who else will qualify? Australia will qualify, Lithuania maybe, quite possibly, Poland quite possibly as well, and Slovenia. I would say, I would actually think that Belgium's going, I have a feeling that Belgium's going to qualify as well. I don't know why I say that, but I just have a feeling that Gustav is a kind of performer that people in Liverpool will like. And Liverpool is very close to where I live. It's only an hour's flight, not even an hour's flight from where I live here in the north of Ireland, Northern Ireland. And I have a good sense of what the English audience is potentially going to like. And I think they're going to like Gustav. So I do get a feeling he will qualify. Semi-final 1 then, we know a good chunk of the songs as well. From that, I would say Croatia will qualify, Latvia will qualify, Finland for sure, and we don't know that many songs actually now that I'm looking on it. We don't know that. There's still a lot of songs to find out from semi-final 1, but I would say possibly Malta could be a surprise little qualifier there as well. But yeah, Czech Republic I would say would definitely qualify. Do you know what? You are in good company because I love Eurovision too. And in fact, we all must love it. Who else? Who else would be sitting on a Sunday evening, whatever the time is where you're at? It's currently 18:45 GMT where I am. Who else but a Eurovision fan could sit through a national final for Eurovision? Not just the Eurovision itself, but a national final. You'd have to love it. And I'm glad that you love it, and it's a great thing for sure. Tack så mycket. So yeah, as I said, coming later on the channel will be my top 20. So you are already booking your trip to Stockholm next year. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't just pack the bags and book the accommodation just yet, because I do feel that this is going to be a bit of a shocking. I love that I understand what you're writing. This is good, but yeah. So again, Loreen isn't guaranteed to win Melodifestivalen. It's a good chance that she will. Jan, nobody was talking about. Who was talking about Blanca at the end of tonight? I mean, it was great. I loved her little video, which I reacted to the first time I seen it, and I enjoyed it. It was like a lot of fun, but I wasn't thinking that Blanca was going to win that national final. We weren't talking about her. So is someone that we're not talking about going to win Melodifestivalen? Could it be the two lads that could win? What about Paul Ray? That would be a surprise, wouldn't it? I think he'd be surprised as well. But yeah, time will tell. And I'm looking forward. I have to say, I am looking forward to Melodifestivalen. All being said earlier about the my staging criticisms, you know, and what I think is unfair. But I am nevertheless looking forward to the Melodifestivalen very soon. So I'm going to bring this broadcast to a close very, very shortly, because I want to get ready for preparing my top 20 so I can share that with you. Before I do that, please don't forget that there is so much more happening here throughout the weeks coming ahead. We of course have the national finals next weekend, and the new songs as they are shared and released from which will be over the next few weeks. I'll be reacting to that, and I of course would like you to be joining me on that journey. Eurovision 365 will be also going to Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam. Very much looking forward to that. And of course, hopefully we will have tickets for the Eurovision Song Contest. And yeah. So you're just sharing with us your top 3 there. 3 Finland, 2 Norway, 1 Sweden. With Sweden, to be fair, I haven't picked their song yet, but I understand that you're probably thinking that Loreen is going to win that. So all I can say is once again, thank you all so much for being here, and I look forward to welcome you again to the next live here on Eurovision 365. So wherever you have been watching this from, you take care. I'm going to see you very soon.